I'm gonna try and get a new Wi-Fi tuner card here for my computer because I messed it up last time I put it back in. Um, Sorry for all the fuck ups on my end. Okay, what did you guys last hear from me?
Um, that you really like how she and then you went out.
No, no, it was that he never liked Hal.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you know
I
how
never
she.
liked how, and it was in the exception of scripted segments and cutscenes, any AI companions you had never seemed to act autonomously, right? And like, the only thing AI have ever really been used for is here you go, interface with this computer system, and it really kind of got hit home for me. Um, hey, in a certain digging segment, if you guys know what I'm talking about in Halo Infinite, um,
Yes.
you put her down on the pedestal, and then she acts like it wasn't until she saw her with her eyes that a enemy gets up on you, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Which,
my
by the way, when that actually happened, that confused the fuck out of me until I got fucking knocked into hell. I was like, what the fuck is she talking? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see.
My thing. Also, first of all, second of all, real quick tangent. Fuck that boss fight. Fuck it.
You see,
What?
Fuck it with
see,
a hot coal poker.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. I had a pulse rifle, so that fight literally did not matter.
I had, I think, a BR and an AR.
Yeah. See, the problem is like fucking shields on bosses. Unless you have a fucking weapon that actually can drain shields, you're basically just shit out of luck.
I resorted to having to use fusion coils around the map, which there's not a lot of. And 9 times out of 10, I'd be right next to them, and they'd do an AOE attack. Anyways, I digress back to that. I really kind of would have liked if they kind of had it where priority targets like higher leveled elites, higher leveled brutes, maybe ones with heavy weapons, or snipers. Like weapon would pop in your ear and just be like, "Hey, your suit sensors have a sniper on that ridge." Hey, suit sensors say this. Hey, there's like actively helping you in battle, like the whole point of pairing a Spartan with a AI was.
Well, I see what you mean, but to be fair, I always understood that more as they are there to give you assistance in terms of like the typical stuff AI does with doors interfacing and shit like that, but also in terms of actually keeping the mechanic and technological functions of your suit going,
Oh
like
yeah,
getting your armor to unlock, keeping your shields up and running, making sure that your servos don't fucking froud and shit like that, rather
And
than like giving you tactical assistance.
I just personally would have enjoyed that as a thing, and that's just
Well,
again personal.
here's my only counter to that though is how long though would it take for that to start to get annoying for
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
you
no,
just
no.
keep hearing that there's a sniper somewhere and then you can't fucking find it until you die.
Well, like I said, like if it marked it in your HUD as well.
There's no way they would fucking do that.
Oh, I know there's
And
no
like
way they would do that, but it's something that I think would have been kind of neat to be like, especially since the game kind of opens with the talk about how, oh, Cortana is here to, AIs are here to bridge the gap between the suit and the person, right?
that's what I'm saying is I think you're taking that in too much of a oh yeah they're gonna help you
God damn it.
of like they're gonna keep your armor that you can somewhat control actually working to
One
fucking
second.
help you.
1 second. Okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry. I started to cut out again.
oh boy.
But yeah,
I
I
mean,
I, I get that. It's just again, I think it just kind of comes down to personal, like with this one, it just comes down to like personally how I would have gone about it versus how the devs and the writers went about it. And again, it's just a personal thing. Like, I'm not holding it against them. It's just personal. personal preference at this point.
How about how do we feel about the physical support that Cortana and I guess now Weapon give to Master Chief
What do you mean by physical?
in the forms of sexual relief and urination?
Shut up. Shut up.
Well, see,
No,
here's the thing. No,
we
see,
have
here's the thing. All right, Cortana was definitely a bit of a dommy mommy to Chief. Whereas I'm gonna be honest, dog. Weapon would probably get Chief to do some weird shit in bed. She'd
No,
probably be like, "Yo, Chief, shit on my fucking data-made chest," and they'd
No,
be like,
you know
"Are you
exactly
sure?"
you know exactly what it is. Cortana was the mature Dami mommy that, you know, was like, I know what I like and I'm gonna make you do what I like, right? And you're gonna enjoy it. And Weapon is that fucking church girl who, like, everybody's like, oh, they're, you know, so sweet and innocent, and then you get them into bed and they're just a complete freak.
Spit in my fucking mouth while you stab me in the gullet. Like, what the fuck?
I fully expect with the way that the whole suit thing works, I fully expect that while Cortana is doing that stuff for Chief, at some point she's probably said good boy to him or something like that. I'm just saying.
I mean, because, like, to be fair, genuinely speaking, they have never been shy about implying, you know, a romantic feeling between Cortana and Chief. I mean, doesn't she literally fucking kiss him at the end of Halo 4
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
her, like, big data form? Yeah, it's like they're not fucking hiding it, which is why I think actually, like, with them adding a weapon, and especially with her basically being the new Cortana, because when you look at her, I mean, they're very similar designs. Although, you know, again, just saying. I think it is interesting for Chief because I think really in a lot of cases he probably is looking at that and thinking like, "Fuck, I I can't get attached like I did to Cortana because if I lose this one as well, I'll have nothing left."
I was
So I think that's really kind of fucking with him a lot more than they've let on in the game because like you never hear an internal monologue from Chief.
yeah.
You
Like
just hear his very sparse dialogue.
I will say from what we've seen so far, I do think Chief is kind of like we've said, very much taking on the fatherly role to Weapon. You know, being there, being supportive. You know, when she's going through stuff because because of the nature of what type of AI Weapon is. Weapon is very much naive about a lot of stuff when it comes to it. Like, there's the kind of the joke at the very beginning, you know, hey, up until an hour ago, I didn't even know. Up until a little under an hour ago, I didn't even know what a banished was, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that Weapon doesn't know because Weapon's whole purpose was to take out Cortana and then self delete, right? Um. So there's a lot of stuff that like Cortana and a few of the other AIs of that level that we've seen have that Weapon doesn't, aka, you know, a lot of the sophistication because of the nature of their job. So I very much see it going down the road. You know what I honestly see might happen, and this is speculation, everybody. I could see like towards the end, like, because we kind of get get hints that, you know, Cortana may not be gone. Like, and this is pure speculation, you know. But if they have a situation where Cortana shows back up and weapons programming kicks back in, and I would.
I mean, that's not even speculation. It's gonna fucking happen. That's
I don't want it to,
she's
though.
on the fucking ring. They made that pretty fucking clear.
I don't want it to, though, Griffin. I don't want to lose my virtual daughter.
Because there's so many things that I know that I want to say, but I can't say for spoiler reasons that would answer some of the questions, and I am just.
I swear, if you do at any point, even off of stream, I will find you and I will strangle you.
You know I don't spoil shit. I have never spoiled shit for anyone. I hate that shit. I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut about spoiler stuff like always, but I'm just gonna be in pain at the same time, especially about this because oh my god, literally the last hour or so that I was playing it, it has sent me fucking reeling. I have been distraught.
So, I think we're all missing
now,
question.
Now I have to choose after the stream. Do I play do I play a bit more of the new war update for Warframe, which has been solid so far, or do I play Halo Infinite? It's probably going to end up being Halo Infinite.
Fair.
Um,
Fuck.
we've all ignored the very important question. Now, obviously, it seems like Master Chief looks at Weapon as a daughter, but are we sure that Weapon is looking at Master Chief as her father or her daddy?
Shut up.
It's kind of like a scenario with Samurai Jack in the final season where he found that girl and he was looking at her like a student, and then they automatically became like a romantic interest with each other. It was really weird.
I don't think that's how it's gonna be. I don't think that's how it is. I think it's more of a very much there is the father to daughter relationship from Chief to Weapon, but it is the partner to partner relationship, as in like just a duo who work together from Weapon to Chief.
I mean, you say that, but she's been
I
giving
can
me
see-
signs, Jacob.
$10 says it's going to go one way or the other, and I would not be surprised if it goes that way.
I mean, I think the fucked up part though is that at the very end, they're never gonna make it like, you know, obvious if it does end up going that way. You know, like she's never gonna fucking like say anything like that would make it like clear. It'll only ever be implied one way or another.
I don't know,
If
Griffin.
the direction they go. Well, no. Because to be fair, even with fucking Cortana, there was never any outright statement of it until 4 and 5.
I don't know, Griffin. They did it with Legend of Korra, and that was a lot earlier than this.
Okay, yeah, but Legend of Korra is also a dog shit show. That doesn't relate in any way to this. Fucking that it's not even the same fucking concept.
Yeah, it was.
But anyways, I just need to make that joke. Sorry.
Listen, the real question is it okay to have sex with your adopted AI daughter?
No.
I mean,
No, it is not.
they're not related.
What if she jumps you? That's the thing to get there. Because don't get me wrong, I have no opinion one way or the other because that's too fucking confusing of a situation. But morally speaking, he just feels, or he just looks at himself as her father, and and mind you, we're just implying all of fucking this. None of this is even official.
This is all
That's just
interpretation
true.
and speculation.
Yeah, that's just the interpretation we're getting. Is that like he sees her as like somewhat of a daughter, but like that only can go so fucking far. You know, I mean, like, don't get wrong. Obviously, nothing would fucking happen because physics. It doesn't. Well, then again, I don't know. Anyways, we're not gonna argue on the logistics of an AI having sex with their Spartan in their armor. Although I imagine it's probably possible.
Robot bodies exist. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but we've not seen any that would manage to actually function like that in Halo in the games. I don't give a single fuck if they are in the novels or otherwise. The only time I've ever seen anything do something like that is Mass Effect when they had Eddie or Edie.
Well, bang, okay.
Anyways,
but but with her though, god damn it, if she came to fucking Chief, clad in a digital nightgown with a fucking bottle of Astroglide, I mean, morally speaking, what's the right thing to do? Do you fucking, reject the only thing you have left to hold dear to you?
Yes.
Because morally you can't handle, or do you just make her happy in that situation and move on to a different type of relationship with her?
No, you explain that, hey, I don't see.
Jacob, like having like a moral dilemma, because usually you feel very much with us about this, or you're very much more than us with this, or like weirdly so.
No, because this is also because, again, and I'm not going to get into any specifics or say any names, I have had in the past month more than 3 different groups that have had relationship issues, so I am very much developed on what I feel about with how relationships should be handled right now.
Jacob, how many of these people are trying to have sex with their adopted daughter?
None, but this is the thing, because it's applicable to any kind of relationship, and it is that if you both have mutual feelings for each other of that kind, then go for it. But, and this is a huge but, I'm talking Kardashian size but. I'm moving like a drunk man right now, by the way.
That's
And
just
I
obscene.
can't keep my eyes open. But, fuck. If one party, fuck, I'm trying to think of the word now. Propositions the other, and the other does not have those feelings, then you should not go into a further, more intimate relationship unless you develop the proper feelings for it, because that is a recipe for goddamn disaster.
Jacob, are you just
Now-
now how consent works?
What?
Are you just now discovering how consent works?
I mean, okay, yes, there is that, but
no, I
again,
think-
it's not just the factor of consent. It is the factor of, for anything to work in an actual relationship, because to me, there's a difference between saying, like, oh, have a one-night stand and have a relationship. A one-night stand is a fucking one-night stand. That's a hookup. That's not a relationship. A relationship is something that has time to it. It's long-term. The two of you are going to try it together for a while now. And if the two of you started off together without having equal feelings of attraction to each other, it is destined to fail, in my opinion, or destined to be miserable.
Okay. Now, Jacob, I understand what you mean. I do.
Okay, you know what? You know what? No, fuck it. You know what, Griffin? Go ahead. Tap that.
Jacob, what I was gonna say is, this is Master Chief and an AI that he can never really physically interact with.
And your fucking point?
Jacob, you're white knighting the robot in a video game.
It's probably not going to cause too many issues if she just likes him a lot more than because to be fair, what you're really talking about, you're just talking about two different levels of love between a parental type or a family type, we'll say, because that sounds a little bit less and an actual romantic type. But like all it would fucking take is him just being like, you're an AI, no thank you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Matter. No, Jacob. But on the other end, you also have to go on the belief that Chief is purely looking at this from that sort of familial standpoint, and assume that it's not just because he's trying to not get attached in that way again. Because again, mind you, like, all this is interpretation, but we have no way to fucking know that he's not just doing this because, like, okay, I don't want to have this be the next Cortana. So it's entirely possible that he could be feeling some sort of way, and he's just like, no, I need to stay professional for this now, because everything is on my fucking shoulders, and I'm not trying to lose another fucking AI that can actually help me and cause all this bullshit to happen again. I'm not trying to go through that. Plus, this is a hypothetical. Jesus fuck. Like, goddamn. No one's trying to fuck their adopted daughter. What the hell?
I mean, there are some people that are, but that's not what we're talking about right now.
This is not hentai. This is not a doujinshi. This is not anime. Don't do that.
This isn't tennis. This is anal sex.
Also, Joseph, I don't know if you saw when I sent you, dog, but I found how you can watch fucking Bakugan Battle Brawlers for free.
No.
Anyways, before we get abandoned for talking about pirating shit,
no, it's not it's an app on Xbox, you fuck.
Anyways, I was gonna say, so real quick, I just kind of want to give my 2 cents on it real quick. the new war update that we have been waiting for years now came out in Warframe, and it is fucking solid.
Is Warframe even like actually got like a live player base still?
Yes.
Because I played, I I'm like the last time I played was like when Fortuna came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I lost interest so fast because it just seems like it kept going downhill.
Oh yeah, no, there was it had a rough spot. One waiting for the new war content because there were a lot of times where like, oh yeah, it's coming out this December, and that was like 3 years ago. And it finally came out, and I'm actually really happy that they took the time because this is one of those situations where what they've done with it is really really good. Um, I'll give you a real quick thing. Nothing, no major spoilers. Like right at the beginning, they have segments where first of all, it's not structured like the missions have been. One second. It is
Like
structured closer to honestly, it's structured closer to a single player like narrative experience where you go mission to mission and you cannot access your armory, you cannot access your changing out your warframe, you cannot access your foundry, nor can you access the rest of the star map while you're in the missions. Like it plays out like an actual like single player campaign experience, and it's actually doing it really damn well. Um, so there's that. Also, it does stuff like when you start it up, you're not playing as your character. You're playing as a Grineer foot soldier.
really,
Yeah,
that's kind of neat
because
actually.
the whole thing with the new war, and again, this is just something that everybody knew was happening, is that the sentients have invaded the origin system like in mass, and
Yeah.
one of the places that gets hit really hard is Cetus, and the Grineer are there that had their footholds in the different areas, and it starts off with this story of a lone Grineer soldier fighting his way to take out a massive sentient construct. And the entire time he's having a back and forth between himself and Chancellor Vahag, coming up with plans, trying to save other people, and all that stuff. And I'm being very vague about the real specifics of it, um, because there's a lot more to the opening episode. But they're doing a lot with it, and it's honestly really really fucking solid. And I would say it's honestly kind of so far has been worth getting back into Warframe 4.
I might try it then.
Yeah,
Because
and I would say if anybody sees this like within like the next few weeks and hears this part, um, if you haven't touched Warframe and you want to get to this part and you want to have the best experience with it, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying you have to do it this way. In my opinion, to get the best experience out of it would be find either go with one of the starting frames and main that the fuck out of that frame, um, or find one from the list that you'd like and see what it takes to grind it, get through all the main story stuff, and just go binge through it. Just launch through it. It doesn't take long. You can get through it in I want it like it'll take you about 3 or 4 days depending on how much you know life it. If you actually have like a job or something, you can only put like 1 or 2 hours to it a day. It'll take you about a week to get to the new war content. But if you back to back it all and do it all together and experience it all for the first time together, it would be so great. Because I will admit, Warframe's story as a whole is fairly disjointed in a bit, disjointed a bit, and there's a lot of stuff that pops up and happens that you don't know why it does. You kind of like, oh, this person's a character. Okay, well this is happening now. There is very much a lot of that, but if you pay attention to the specifics of it, you very much will have a fairly good time. And this is also, and again, this is also if you enjoy the source material. Well, not the source material, but if you enjoy the lore aspects of it, if you enjoy the setting, and if you enjoy that, I'm not saying everybody's gonna like your mileage may vary with this, but if you haven't and you've been kind of inclined to play it, go ahead and just do it because it honestly is going to be worth it. I haven't finished it yet, because it just came out today. Actually, is when the update came out. Um, I don't know how far I'm in, but literally when you start it, it first of all opens up saying when you log in, it first of all says, hey, look, this is going to take you several hours to complete, and you won't be able to access anything, so make sure you're good. And then when you actually start the quest proper, it makes you put in a code that's to guarantee that you are ready, you know what you're getting yourself into, and you're committed to it. So yeah, I'm happy with what Warframe is, what Digital Extremes have done so far. Subject to change, but I'm overall happy with it so far. I think it's good, and that's just my quick little blurb that I wanted to talk about because that was what I was doing early this morning.
Fair. I I've always waited and wanted a reason to come back to Warframe because it's not like, to me, it's not a fun game, but it gets very boring sometimes and very repetitive when they don't have regular content updates or story. And sure, like, planets are great, but
I'll say real quick, did you mean to say that it is a fun game or that it's not a fun game? Because I'm just kidding.
No, it's a fun game.
Okay, because you said it's not a fun game at first, and I was like, okay, what you're saying is kind of confusing me.
Well, to be fair, it is not always the funnest game at first because it's like a very learning curve. But once you actually get over that, it's pretty fun.
I'll say they've also done a good bit to smooth that out, like removing self damage on explosive weapons. They've done a lot of reworks to a lot of the weaker frames, like Wukong. Wukong went from being literally the worst thing, where the only thing he was good at was tanking and nothing else, and even his tanking was literally just because he technically could not die, to literally one of the best frames out there right now. Literally immortal, literally fucking wiping out entire tiles on his own. Damn good frame. Even my main, Titania, got a little bit of love and got slightly buffed. But sadly, Titania as a whole is just fucked. So it's done a good amount of reworking to make a lot of the frames a lot more bearable. A lot of the more recent frames have been pretty decent, concept-wise and execution-wise. There's a lot of decent weapons.
I've logged in a couple times to like take a look at like the new frames. I know there was the one that I looked at recently that kind of had it reminded me of a fucking JoJo character because it had like that shadow thing that it sent out, like a JoJo
Sevagoth. Sevagoth is like if you build him right, is cracked.
Yeah, he looked cool, so I was like, you know what? He's only a couple bucks, so I'm just gonna buy him because like I actually want to grind to get him, and then I never actually tried him because I got too bored.
Dude, Sevagoth is just straight cracked when it comes to a lot of stuff because he can just do a lot of shit.
Yeah, the only real character I've stuck with is Garuda. I am a Garuda enjoyer at heart.
Yeah, I am. I say I'm a Titania main, but I say that because Titania is my favorite frame. I love the way that she looks, especially with the cosmetics I have on mine. But if I had to say one that I main for actual missions, it would have to be Wisp.
Fair, I love
Wisp it is cracked. Wisp is cracked right now, man.
The whole year when they added those frames, like Wisp, Revenant, Garuda, that was, in my opinion, my favorite fucking year of playing Warframe.
Revenant was all right for a frame. He has his problems.
Yeah, he's a little. Love him. I love his look.
Wisp has. If you like the whole sentient frame, you'll like the new one because the new one is a hybrid of Orokin and sentient tech.
Is that like a new one that's coming out now? Or
it's the one that I think it just came out.
Oh, okay.
With the new war.
I'd one at some point. That's like a mix of like random shit.
There is Zaku, who is literally built from parts of old frames and literally uses them for its attacks and abilities.
Yeah, and then I saw they finally made fucking Nidus Prime, and I wasn't thinking they were going to because of lore reasons. Didn't really make much sense, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm happy.
I mean, because you did the sacrifice quest, right?
Oh yeah, I did everything.
Yeah, if you remember from the sacrifice quest, it still makes sense lore-wise.
Well, wasn't it because the fact that since he was technically like fully organic that it would make no sense for him to have a
All
prime
the
version.
frames are technically organic.
No, but I mean, as in because like he was like created from like the infested and stuff like that, like organic wise. There was never really a
Yeah, all
original.
the frames are. I think okay. Actually, no. I'll take that back. From my understanding, at least the primes and Excel Umbra are.
Okay, because that's what I was.
Though I can't remember if lore wise, prime versus non prime is literally just what they looked like in their prime versus what they are now, kind of thing.
Well, so prime one was like what they looked like when the Oricans first built them, like the first ever model of them.
Because if that's the case, I have to look up and read up on that. If that's the case, then yes, all frames are technically made of infested flesh.
Yeah. Griffin, question: why have you not played Warframe, or have you, and you just don't like it?
I have. I think Warframe sucks massive donkey cock.
To be fair to anybody who hears that, Griffin thinks a lot of things suck massive donkey cock.
No, I mean that's the general fucking insult. Like I genuinely do not enjoy it. I see the appeal, but I do not get the appeal. It's probably the best way to put it. Like I see what people do enjoy about it. I can get why they do, but like it just I don't see the point in it.
Well,
It's
what?
What?
What is it that you like don't like?
I think the only thing I can really give them that I think was in any way done well is the combination of the gunplay with the movement is nice, but it is quite clearly a game that was made to be free. It was made to be a free game that you fucking play, and you did like that's if you fucking play Warframe, you have to sink a lot of fucking time into it. And I don't find any part of the story interesting. It's too just fucking. It's not that it's too weird. It's just it's fucking. They throw out a lot of shit at you all at once. All of which is like very unique. I'll give them that, but so much to the point to where it's like, unless you are going to spend that time in it, you're not going to fucking understand it. And I don't find the gameplay loop very enjoyable. Like the individual gameplay, sure, is fun, but like doing it over and over and fucking over again sucks ass, especially when you do it alone. And fucking even when I did play it co-op a little bit, it still wasn't that fucking fun. It's just I don't find it fun, and I really don't like how fucking if you want to try and get anything, well shit, Buster, you better fucking plan on playing it for a fucking while so you can scrounge up enough currency to fucking buy something else.
Okay, real quick, they did kind of. If you're talking about like the premium currency or the base currency,
both.
Okay, they did kind of fix that issue with credits, as there is now the index, which pays out millions. Though to be fair, you have to get to I think Saturn to unlock it. It's either Saturn or Jupiter. Jupiter. You have to get to Jupiter to unlock it.
It also goes to the same point of like I'm not gonna fucking sink countless fucking hours into a free game that I on a base level I don't really enjoy just to try and get new stuff that I might enjoy more when I instead could, just play another game that I have purchased that will give me, that instant satisfaction. Well, maybe not even instant, but isn't going to require a massive fucking grind that I can actually just jump in and out of.
Oh yeah, fair. I will say Warframe just on a baseline does suffer from the same issue that that War Thunder does, and it's that both games were very much the development studios and the publishers were like, hey, we need to make some money now, right? In both cases, it was, hey, we need to put something out. We're really low. We need something to get us a bit of revenue going, and then and you have the original iterations of Warframe, which started picking up speed and actually really took off at one point. And then you have War Thunder, which the planes really picked up speed and went to the point. And then you had tanks, and now you have tanks, helicopters, and everything. But they're both at the point of it's like the original designs and everything were like were literally just, hey, we need to make money quick. We need something to get us a bit of revenue going. Let's make these free games real quick. And then it was like, oh shit. Well, now they've taken off.
I'll also say, I've had to look at far too much Warframe porn that I did not consent to seeing, and that bothers me greatly.
I actually found one of my favorite songs from looking at that stuff, though. Oh, well, Joe's muted. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, I had my dad come up.
Yeah, well, you know what? You tell him he can fuck off.
Yeah, I did. That's why I pushed him down the stairs, and he broke 7 bones in his body with his femur, and that's why I'm going to have to go so I can rush him to the hospital. No, I'm just kidding.
I need to do I gotta do an oil change.
Good, I
on my
hope he
truck.
doesn't survive.
Hey, Joe.
Also, you know, congratulations, guys, on me making it past the 13th when I made an open threat against Jacob's grandmother.
No, it was against my mother. It was against my mother specifically.
Oh, is she still kicking? Is she?
Yeah.
Is she still kicking? Okay, good.
But also, congratulations to me for no longer having metal rods in my finger.
Really?
Yeah.
No more?
See, I personally preferred you when you had less mobile dexterity.
Yeah.
Oh, I still don't have full dexterity back in that pinky.
You're like a fucking lobster that's been free from captivity. You finally got the rubber bands off your fucking claws.
I have probably right now I'd say 70% of the dexterity in it. Probably less. I cannot fully curl my pinky right now, but then again, it literally was just this Monday that they got pulled out, so it's gonna take a while. There's still a bit of there's still a little bit of swelling that is caught. That is, I think, the major factor for it not being able to curl fully. But yeah, and I
can always
have to like, I have to. And I kid you not. Ready for this shit? So, I my finger broke, and I went to them. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be like 6 to 8 weeks for you to heal. Okay, and when I hear, now when I hear 6 to 8 weeks to heal, my brain goes 6 to 8 weeks and you're good to go. That's not what they meant.
Oh, I mean, you probably should have assumed that they didn't mean you'd just be good to go.
Like it was like, hey, take it a little easy, but hey, for you're good to go. Go back to work. No. I get to the 6 week point. They pull out the pins, and I'm like, okay, cool. So, what are the prospects of me going back to work? Oh, well, no lifting over 20 pounds. I can probably count on one hand the amount of things that I had to often carry that were under 20 pounds at my job. Because I looked at it, I said, so I'm guessing I can't carry, I was like, I can't, lift any like the deck segments or anything. She's like, well, how much do they weigh? I'm like, 100 or so pounds. She's like, yeah, no, because you could still snap your pinky again because it's still weak. And I'm like, okay, well then how long will it be? Oh, it's gonna be like 6 to 8 weeks. Son of a bitch.
Well, you know what we've learned from this, Jacob? Don't break your pinky.
Don't trust the infrastructure of Norfolk.
You don't trust medical system. Fuck medical system.
You should never trust anything involving Norfolk.
That is true.
Especially
least of all prostitutes.
Yeah, no. Do not.
You got a personal story, Griffin? You got something you want to share?
Is this the real story of how you lost your virginity?
Yeah. Also, we should clarify.
That came far after. Come on now.
I want to clarify for everyone that's watching the podcast with big party streamers. Griffin was a virgin for the longest time, and he is finally not a virgin. We are so happy for him, aren't we?
You say finally? It's been a while.
I know, but it's just a big milestone, anyways. Because I'll be honest with you, Griffin, I never thought the day would come, and I never thought you would come. But
to be fair, if you think about it, like if you were to be real technical, I am the last holdout in our group.
You're the last Airbender. You're the Aang of us.
No, Aang was cool. You're the last Mohican.
But he looks just like him in the picture in my wallet. Come on.
No, because Aang got fucking water tribe pussy.
That is true. Also,
is water tribe pussy extra wet?
I just get VR pussy. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't even get VR pussy. I guess it's VR dick.
Okay. So Jacob, genuine question. Because since you have like legitimate question, since you have come out to us, you've admitted this, and you talked about dick just now. So, are you just straight, straight hot dogging, or are you like?
I am bisexual, leaning towards gynosexuality.
Okay, I didn't understand what you meant. So,
are you just straight hot dogging? What?
Are we going for the hot dog if we see it on the menu? Are we going for the oyster, or are we going for both?
Okay. What's the preference wise? Preference wise, I'm looking for that taco meat.
Okay.
But my heart just stopped because I have a certain. I'm gonna talk in code real quick. A certain package from a certain shop from a certain shop online that uses craft sellers, we'll say, is in transit.
Oh my god, do you have a pipe bomb?
No.
No, he has a fucking bad dragon fleshlight on the way, Joe.
I didn't know he hated the medical system that much.
Real quick. Wouldn't say fleshlight, but okay.
Oh no.
No, it's just
you can't take the knot, Jacob.
I don't know how.
No, it's just some dice set that I got ordered. It's just some dice sets.
Listen, Joseph, what he's trying to say is he wants a vagina. But if the penis has a set of titties above it, and they're nice titties, he's fine.
So you are bisexual?
Yes.
Gotcha. Have you ever...
Like I said, bisexual leaning towards gynosexuality.
Okay, so another legitimate question then. How long have you actually considered this stuff and thought, maybe I am gay, stuff like that?
Shit.
I think the real question is, how long have you been gay?
Yeah, because it's a legitimate question, because the other question that I have slopes from that.
Is it why are you gay?
No, it's have you ever thought me or a griffin were attractive and possible suitable?
I don't know if I want to know that.
Fuck no.
That's not a safe question, Joe.
Okay, I'm about to motion that we take a quick break.
Okay.
I was gonna say that we probably fucking. Oh no! Then again, we haven't crashed yet. Again.
Yeah, I would say we'll take a quick break because I have to use the restroom.
Well, you go break. I'll chit chat with Joseph.
Okay, I will mute my microphone, so just in case.
Right, that fucking loser is gone. All right, now we can talk shit about him and big dumb self.
Because I saw he wasn't fucking muted. I was like, I know what he's going for. Yeah. So, anyways, if you all have an Xbox and you get a Pluto TV on it, you can watch Bakugan Battle Brawlers for completely free.
Out of all things to watch, why Bakugan?
Dude, do you remember the fucking Bakugan theme song?
No, I don't actually.
Dude, it goes hard. You need to listen to it right now.
Let's listen to this. Let's see if it goes as hard as you are telling me. All right, because I remember the Beyblade one.
All right, the Beyblade one goes fucking tough too.
All right, let's see. My name is Dan.
My name's Dan. Yo, also, Dan's fucking mom is kind of bad though.
Also, why did every character but Alice look disgusting or greasy?
Yeah, it's also kind of odd. Yo,
God.
Homie basically had a harem to begin with.
What'd you say?
Homie basically had a harem to begin with. He already had 3 women just fiending for him.
Were they all like in love with him? I don't remember.
Well, no, the white haired fucking tan chick was in love with him, and like the other ones are just kind of like in denial, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the
Okay.
exact plot line of the fucking show. It only lasted like 4 fucking seasons.
I also would just like to say that fucking the girl with the white hair looks goofy as fuck. I don't know what it is about her character design, but I just hate the way she looks.
She's Bakugan's weapon. That's her entire personality.
And then fucking I forgot Marucho was a thing. He looks like a cat. So I don't really know how I like him, but yeah. What are you gonna do? The odds are stacked against you.
You
This
gotta
is
wait for
so
space
stupid.
drops though. Wait for it. This is so confusing to everyone else that's watching.
Okay, it goes hard for like the last couple seconds, but what the fuck?
It's all the build up. It has to be weird as shit before then. Now, can we talk though about how Beyblade just starts off at like 100 and fucking doesn't get any lower? Literally, motherfucker just starts off screaming the fucking lyrics and just gets louder and fucking hyper the entire time.
Can I mention another theme song that kind of fucking goes hard? It's nowhere close to Bakugan or Beyblade in like sense of like style and animation, but you might agree with me here. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
Shit goes hard.
Oh yeah.
What, what we thinking about the Chowder theme song?
Hey, hey, that shit didn't go hard, but it was a bop.
Schnitzel's verse on that though, like
No, no, you want a real motherfucker that goes hard though? The fucking Misadventures of Flapjack.
yeah. Oh man, I am so sad that they actually fucking like. That was the peak of Cartoon Network. That was the peak of Cartoon Network. The best it could have ever been when they started mixing stuff like that and like Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy and like
Oh yeah.
Flapjack. The absolute golden chalice that we will never see ever again. And I would give everything to see an episode of Chowder air again. I
Well,
really
you
would.
know what, Joe? For $10 a month on HBO Max, you can watch all the Cartoon Network you want. They have all of it.
Oh, do they
They
have
have
Foster?
they have Chowder. They have Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. They have Misadventures of Flapjack, Codename Kids Next Door, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Fucking, they have regular show. They have goddamn fucking. They've got everything. They got Courage the Cowardly Dog. They got Ed, Ed and Eddie. They've got basically all. They have all the fucking Ben 10.
Damn. Do you remember like? Did you also get chills during like the Codename Kids Next Door theme song because of the way it sounds? It's just so like sleuthy and like
Yeah,
suspicious.
yeah.
Like that was done right. That was good.
Oh yeah. But also, can we harp on how fucking good the original Ben 10 theme song was? And then how they just ignored doing anything like that for Alien Force. Like, despite, in my opinion, Alien Force being like a better put together cartoon, they
Yeah.
did not put any effort into the fucking intro.
It has been so long, especially I just looked at the Ben 10 opening. It Ben 10 aired in 2005, dude.
Yeah.
It's been that long. Holy shit. I don't know how I feel about any of this, and it makes me feel really. I'm really just realizing I'm 20 fucking years old.
Yeah.
You remember when they introduced Kevin in Alien Force? How did you feel about him? Like when he like before he got just like the whole silver skin thing, and he just turned into just a bunch of different shit mixed together.
Honestly, I don't know what I don't know if I preferred him when he was like the fucking horrific abomination of combined aliens, or if I preferred his fucking like material absorbing part. I think for the purposes of like having him be like a proper ally, that part's better for him to just like absorb materials and shit. But like he was so much cooler when he was all the aliens like amalgamated together.
Yeah, but he was
But
also a dick.
go ahead.
He was also a dick.
Well, yeah, but he was always a dick.
And I was also stupid as a kid, and when Alien Force came out, I didn't realize that the older woman with red hair was Ben's sister from the original, and so I thought it was a potential love interest, and so I was
Not sister, cousin.
cousin. I was always like, why aren't you getting with that girl? She looks a lot better than the fucking girl with the pink jacket and black hair. I forgot her name. And
Julie, I think.
you think it was Julie, yeah. And I was like, why aren't you going for her? She seems pretty all right. And yeah, was Uncle Max dead? What happened to Uncle Max?
Uncle Max was off on a plumber mission.
What?
Yeah, as part of the plumbers, he was off on a mission.
The plumbers?
Yes, the plumbers, the whole secret organization that he was part of that fought against aliens.
You mean where he like met that other alien that he fucked?
Yes, the plumbers, that was their name as an organization. I swear to God.
I don't remember. All I remember from like some sort of secret organization is like that little tiny dude that Ben could turn into, except it was like its own little thing, and he had like a little weird like mustache, like a Asian European mustache.
Yeah, Azimuth, I think his name was. Yeah, he was the guy who made the Omnitrix.
Yeah, that guy. And
Yeah, and
then
he was gonna send it to Grandpa Max for him to have it, and then fucking Ben accidentally got it.
you you think Grandpa Max was just punching the air when he saw that shit on Ben's wrist?
Oh no, because it's like implied that he didn't know what the fuck it was. Like he didn't warn him or anything. He was like, yeah, hopefully he'll get it and he'll save the world with it against Vilgax, who turns into Cthulhu at one point in fucking Ultimate Alien.
Well, who?
Also,
So
yo, do you remember in Ultimate Alien when they fought that one guy who was like he was like the same as Kevin, but like he was fucking scarier because he fucking was killing the fucking aliens when he absorbed from them.
oh yeah,
That whole arc where like he got all those new fucking aliens and shit. Jesus.
shit was. Who was your favorite Ben 10 alien?
Oh fuck. Out of all of them?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, out of all of them, I'd probably have to give it to Ultimate Spider Monkey because he's a gorilla and I really like gorillas.
What the fuck are you guys talking
If
about?
if we don't do that though, then it's somewhere between Upgrade and Ghost Freak.
I was gonna say either Ghost Freak or Snarrow for me.
Are we talking about Ben 10?
Yes.
Been talking about Ben 10.
I don't know. It's in the bathroom, damn it.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have been in the bathroom.
Becoming dehydrated.
Joe's talking about how Gwen was really bad in fucking Alien Force and how he was surprised that Ben wasn't getting with her.
And I didn't realize they were cousins at the time. I was stupid. I was what, 7, 8, something like that.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna fault you. I mean, she was fucking.
Ah. What
Sweet
about
home, West Virginia?
what about Frankie from Foster's Home?
You know, I was always born into fucking Mac's mom.
Sure.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you remember how fucking just built she was.
All right.
I don't remember now.
Okay.
I think you need to look it up real quick.
I have a
Mac's
question.
mom.
Did any of you have siblings who watched the show Totally Spies?
No, but I watched it.
You did watch it?
That show was good.
I am just as with one of my favorite YouTubers, Mike Burnfire. I'm pretty sure that show had a similar effect to me as a certain tape did to him.
Okay, so I'm looking at Mac's mom. Also, How the fuck did someone who looks like that and create such a spitting image of themselves in Mac, but then create a physical in
Make what?
How did this woman give birth to a literal doppelganger known as Mac, but then also gave birth to a fucking anomalous creature, flesh monster known as Terrence?
You make a good point. He got all of the father's genes, which is why the father's not in the picture.
Forgot about that. What about mac and cheese, or was his name just fucking cheese?
It was just cheese.
No, it was just cheese.
I like
Wait.
the chocolate milk.
My least favorite
Alrighties.
fucking entire show was the ugly ass yellow lady that had like the weird mini woolly mammoth elephant trunk.
Oh
Yeah,
my
her.
god. She was, to be fair, she was meant to be hated.
No.
Yes. Terrible. Whoever created, I wanna kill the kid who made that.
Well, remember, we see who created her, right?
Do we?
Well, I know we talk about her. They talk about her at one point.
Yo, can we talk about how fucking sad Eduardo's backstory was?
I love Eduardo. Eduardo's my favorite.
So goddamn precious.
Oh, her name is Duchess.
Yeah,
Even
Duchess.
worse.
Yeah, Duchess.
I can remember when she like unleashed a freaking kaiju.
I just want to talk about her likes and dislikes. She likes being snobby, having tea parties, wanting to get adopted by a rich family, revenge, money, putting everyone in danger, and getting rid of Blue. And her dislikes is not getting adopted, Blue, everyone at Foster's, Applebee's, and then wild parties.
I forgot about the classic Applebee's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends crossover event.
Remember fucking the bird,
I
goddamn
missed that
Coco.
movie. Oh yeah, fucking Coco, who only ever shit out fucking helpful eggs.
Yeah.
Literally a walking, talking plot device.
Can we talk about though? My gym partner's a monkey.
My
my
gym
fuck-
partner is a monkey.
That fucking theme song went hard.
That the okay. Childhood theme songs that went hard as shit. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, top, number
Well,
one. Nothing's better.
Those are all fucking Japanese. You're not gonna get past that.
No, I'm talking about the American version.
Well, yes, I need they were Jacob. They'll start in Japanese.
Yes, I know. Anyways,
Gosh.
but no, still, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, fucking. It's been an emergency.
You know,
I can't sing because copyright, but God, that shit was great. Okay, Griffin, you and I need to gush about Power Rangers now because I brought it up.
Oh.
Joe, you can chime in too if you knew about it.
only watch.
I told you though that like I was talking to the freaking warlock in the party that I'm running about like the differences between freaking what is it whatever the Japanese name is and Power Rangers,
Super
right?
Sentai.
Yeah. I told you we were talking about the difference between that and all the. So for anybody who doesn't know, so you have the best so far in my opinion has been the difference between I forget what it was. It's a series where they inherit the powers of all the previous Rangers. Fuck.
I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it was like Power. I want to say it was. For real, I'd say Mega Force, but no, that's wrong. I think it's Super Mega Force, something like that. Anyways, but it's like it was funny because in the Japanese version, the Power Rangers are fucking pirates, whose whole reason for getting the powers of other Rangers is to just get power, but they do so in order to protect the weak. So all the other different Power Ranger groups are like, oh yeah, no, if you're actually doing good with our powers, yeah, you can have them. But then you have the American version, which was straight up, here's some shit that was left in our closet. Have fun. Literally,
So how do
literally,
movie?
this man would just be like, I think it was Zordon would just be like, all right, look here. Oh, you got a new problem? Here's another group of Power Rangers powers. Use them. Oh, you having a problem? Here's some other Zords. Use them. Oh, you're having a problem? Literally,
it's
fucking hand-me-downs.
that's the thing is I think at some point every superhero organization or close to it or just organization of elite taskmasters has a little closet of just ancient stuff. They're like, here, fucking Billy used this back in '93. You know, go have some fucking fun. It just be careful because it'll actually wipe some dude's fucking face off.
See, even better though than Power Rangers, let's talk about Communist Superman.
Yeah.
So you've also have not seen Superman Red Sun.
No.
So the entire plot device of it is that, you know, instead of the original story of Superman being dropped down in Kansas to a nice, you know, middle American family, he is dropped into a field in Soviet Russia, where he hides his powers as a young child. And one day, when a little girl helps him, who's, you know, presumably his best friend, and he reveals his powers to her, instead of being like, oh, well, we have to keep this secret or else people will try to abuse you. Instead, she says, oh, you have to reveal yourself to the state. You need to help fucking glorious Mother Russia. So he does, and he becomes Stalin's adopted son, basically, and he becomes communist Superman. And he's very oblivious to how awful things actually are under communism and in Soviet Russia. And fucking eventually he meets Lois Lane and he's like, hey, you know, there's a lot of gulags and shit. You might want to do something about that, you fucking hypocrite. And he's like, wait, what? So he goes to one and he fucking kicks the doors down and goes in, and he finds a little girl that told him to turn himself into the state because she got thrown to gulag for doing something. Fucking what is this?
So that is from that's from Super Sentai, but it is from the it's from the Megaverse, but it is a fight scene that is kick ass.
So, anyways, he's in this fucking place and he sees this little boy in like this little fucking cave, Joe. All right, and then there's bats around him, and he's like, you know, you never helped us. You're not our hero. You're not our Superman. And then that boy grows up to be communist Batman, who's actually just a terrorist, and kills like so many innocent people, and in his attempts to kill Superman.
Just saying, hashtag not my Superman.
Yeah. And then the Green Lanterns become an actual branch of the American Air Force.
What the fuck?
After John F. Kennedy approves it, after Lex Luthor finds the crashed Green Lantern ship and gets Hal Jordan to lead them, and then Wonder Woman also joins Superman, but she's actually a lesbian and has no attraction to him. In a very blunt scene where she straight up just says, Superman, I've grown up on an island filled with women. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Brainiac attacks, and then Superman enslaves Brainiac to be his AI companion to help him take over the world with futuristic Stalingrad. But he didn't actually enslave him. It was part of Brainiac's master plan. And he kills Batman. Actually, no, Batman kills himself, because when his plan fails, Batman blows up a bomb that was in his chest that like he swallowed, and literally just scatters gore across Superman and Wonder Woman. And then Lex Luthor has his suit, and he and Superman finally come eye to eye, and Superman realizes that communism's bad, and they kill Brainiac.
What the fuck was that?
I'm not exaggerating any of it.
Where is this on HBO Max?
Yes.
because I want to watch this shit. Fuck Batman. This sounds interesting.
Bruh.
Like all the fucking Superman and Batman like animated movies and shit are on it, including Teen Titans, the
Hell
good
yeah.
one.
The only one. I don't know what you're talking about the good one. There's only one.
They also have the Trouble in Tokyo movie for the Teen Titans as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do we feel actually about the new Teen Titans?
What do you mean the new Teen Titans?
Oh yeah,
As
the
it-
live action show, it sucked ass. This was
What
fucking
live
terrible.
action show?
You can't deny the truth.
I
the
mean,
truth that there's only one Teen Titans series? Yeah, no, I know that truth.
Titan series that is still currently airing on Cartoon Network that got its own movie where they fought against the real Teen Titans.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go.
Yes, Teen Titans Go.
I don't look at it as actual Teen Titans. It's fine for what it is and what it's trying to do, but I hate the fact that it's the Teen Titans that they're doing it with.
Well, Jacob, would it make you happy to know that they acknowledge how thick Raven is?
No, that would not help me.
Isn't
at
she-
all.
Oh, there
In
was
Teen-
a whole episode where everyone was bedazzled by her legs.
I remember that episode too.
Not gonna lie,
There's a
though,
whole new
not gonna
horde
lie.
of fetishes now.
Not gonna lie though, I do place Raven from Teen Titans as one of the reasons that I have the certain taste that I do now.
Okay, so anyways,
No, he's right. I don't blame him because if you Griffin, when you grew up seeing Shigo, fucking
Joseph, you don't know what fetish he was talking about.
what fetish? Wait, what are you?
You're assuming.
Jacob, are you talking about goth women?
No.
What the fuck are you talking? Oh my god, what did I almost agree with?
uh,
Jacob, what were you gonna say? Jacob,
leotards,
what?
one-piece
Oh.
bodysuits and stuff like that. You know, the ones that hug around them thighs.
Your fetish is the anime One Piece?
Kinda, but like I've seen those bodysuits full in real women as well, and
Can we talk about the unrealistic proportions in One Piece since we're talking about animation? Because why the fuck is Nami built like that? That's the only bitch I know from that show.
Because it's all supposed to just be it's just the art style. I honestly have no qualms with it.
I fucking hate One Piece's art style. It looks so goddamn weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it as a whole, but I understand the appeal. It's just not a show I am into.
Let's see. What
Don't talk
about
about why anime sucks.
Okay, no, hold up. What the fuck, Corsair?
Huh?
I looked up at my computer, right? Because I got a new computer case and I got new case fans. So now I have 6 brand new case fans, which is twice the amount of case fans that I had in the last case. So that way, so I'm running 3 intake fans, 3 outtakes, and along with the all-in-one cooling system for the CPU. I got more RAM and all that good stuff. But I just noticed on the back of the case fans that came with it, there's a framework that is built like fan blades that sits across the back. Which you're like, okay, well, it's just going to allow it to pass, and it's going to be the same, kind of movement of it. But it's like, but with how wide they are, theoretically, they're just going to chop up the air as it goes through and disrupt it instead of being a nice pass through. It just, at least to my brain, seems like it would interrupt the airflow, lessening the cooling.
whatever that means? Yes, I agree.
I mean, the air's gonna get out regardless. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. It really just direct it.
It's more of just because of how everything is. I need it to be able to properly pass across the top of the GPU.
You know what show though from our childhood that's out on HBO Max?
What?
Total Drama Island, and that's because it's all free on YouTube. Go
Yep.
watch that instead
It's
of
also-
this.
I forgot Netflix isn't free. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, we don't fuck with Netflix.
Total Drama Island was a goddamn trip.
Literally,
discover my sexuality.
Gwen.
Sam?
I'm Gwen sexual. Everybody.
Oh God.
I
Listen,
I'm sorry, but like literally, I know I mentioned it before. I didn't get to fully like say what I wanted to say and say my piece on it. But like you guys are like, why are you always into women like this? I'm sorry, but like fucking Gwen, Shigo, fucking Raven, the bitch from Danny Phantom, like Elvira, Morticia Adams. Like, can you blame me? Can you blame me on Elvira alone? Elvira.
Who the fuck is Elvira?
here's the thing. All
What?
right.
Mm.
Elvira's a mommy dom, and you're not into that. So yes, I can.
What is she from?
Elvira's from her own little show. She pretty much did like a whole bunch of like horror story kind of stuff and stuff like that and all sorts of.
She's a tall, thick, fucking Victorian Gothic woman.
She is like 70 and she still looks fucking hot.
It's because she has a massive rack.
All right.
Well, not even that. Just in the face, she is a beautiful woman.
I mean, yeah, that too, but I mean,
Did you lesbian?
really?
Yeah, she had a book that came out back a couple months ago where she finally came out for the first time ever and announced that she actually had a girlfriend for 18 plus years that she's still with.
What a fucking shame. God damn it. There goes my hopes and dreams.
It's okay,
God
Griffin.
damn
I'll
it.
find you a big-titted, bubbly, personality MILF.
What about the Crypt Keeper, Griffin?
Tales from the Crypt.
You want some cryptacy?
Some Chris.
I think
I don't like the way that sounded. Back now.
I mean, listen. No, it's not my type. Too thin. But no, fucking. Oh goddamn! What was I gonna say?
What the fuck is?
George Lucas? What?
Huh?
We
You say
all heard that then.
George Lucas?
No, I heard bum 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 bum, and then I said what? Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm fucking slow. I'm slow. The noise you made, you were making a joke because George Lucas made random sounds for like Star Wars noises, right?
No, you said something, and all I heard was George Lucas from it.
No, that's not what I said. No, I was. What I said? What? Wait, hold on. I gotta think of what I said now.
If this motherfucker comes back to us like fucking a minute later, it's like, oh, I did say George Lucas. I'm pissed off.
What did I say? Oh no, no, I heard a really weird noise because it was like someone was spanking on a TV pipe, and then I heard you say, "Oh, George Lucas," and I was like, "Oh, you're making a joke because someone made a noise, and George Lucas did that for Star Wars movies," and I guess I just really overthought it. Yes, that right there.
Yeah, it's me turning my fucking mic's mute on and off.
Oh,
It's a little switchy switch.
yeah, I thought jokes about George Lucas making silly sounds for Star Wars.
No.
uh,
What is wrong with you?
so, yeah.
So, anyways, I'm excited to play Durgam,
I'm excited to play Seamus.
especially now that I actually fleshed him out a little bit more properly.
I think it'll be very fun. I am excited. Let's see.
Detention between what's his name, Rodan Ghidorah and Seamus McFife will be interesting.
I really hope nothing comes of that, but
I hope it does because players having conflicting interests and ideals is always interesting.
yes.
No, it's not. It slows everything down and causes fights.
It's interesting until you remember.
Well, real quick. It only slows something down if you don't consider it to be part of the game, which it is.
But it's only
Okay, Jacob.
theirs is not Keontae.
Yeah, Jacob. It's not part of the game when it's you and Keontae yelling at each other across the table about how you can one-shot him.
That's different. That
What
is
makes
not what
that-
I am referring to.
Okay, Jacob, I get that. How long is it going to take for it to resort to that, though?
It just depends on
That is
how
my
what,
word.
what the original topic is.
Jacob, I swear on my fucking life, if you and Keontae start having a goddamn argument at the table, I'm looking at Joe and I'm going to declare that Durga moves on through the rest of the fucking dungeon or town, and I'm leaving it.
Just never talks to them again.
We have
'Cause-
4 people all linked to different deities in different religions. It's gonna have some issues.
Oh yeah, there's some, but
Maybe between you fucks, I'm fucking confident in my god. We all know they're real. Fucking.
yeah, it's not. I don't think everyone now believes in like one god out of like all of them. I think they all acknowledge the other ones.
Fucking. I'm not gonna tell you, oh yeah, no, Bahamut's not real, you fucking pussy. Like, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Like,
make
look-
any sense.
Like, look at Moradin. He's practically like an exclusive dwarven god, but like you still have like regular blacksmiths and people like that to follow him. And they're like, oh yeah, he's a guy. But then again, Moradin's also a fucking like monster of a man and like a greater like deity, I believe.
It's kind of like Cthulhu or Nyarlathotep, or that one I can't say.
I just like the idea that Moradin's actually literally fucking like he looks like a dwarf body wise, but he's still 20 feet tall. I think that's just the funniest shit.
Fuck.
God, you realize how fucking wide he'd have to be?
How many yergs wide would he be?
I was gonna say probably about like 6 or 7.
At least over 80.
Imagine a dwarf that's more wide. Oh wait, that's Yerk. Never mind. I was gonna say imagine a dwarf.
No, because Yerk's a cube.
That's true. But imagine like a dwarf that's like more wide than tall, and I don't mean like when they put their arms out. I mean like without their arms even being like outstretched, their body is just wide.
That's almost like World of Warcraft dwarfs.
I miss Yurtist.
I do too.
Weirdest.
I want
I
to
also
play.
miss fucking Deep Rock Galactic, you pieces of shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna make it just canonical in general when it comes to dwarves that every single dwarf that I ever play as in D&D or any game that involves dwarves is in some way, shape, or form related to Yerg, whether it's a distant ancestor or like his fucking step cousin or something. I don't fucking know. That's just how it's going.
What
Did
about
we
Yurgis?
fuck? What did you play? Did you play fucking Scout, Joe?
In
Indeed.
no, I played
Or were you engineer?
I was engineer, yeah, the one with the turrets.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah. Well, see, all you gotta do is just make sure that fucking, you give your. Wait, fuck. What color is Yerg's beard? Is it orange?
Yerg has like a dark orange beard. It's
Okay.
I made a representation on Hero Forge of what like Yerg looked like. I don't think I ever sent it to anyone because I fully colored it in, but like it was kind of like how I like imagined him myself. But I have that I started a bad thing. I started a bad thing, and that's that like I've been so obsessed with Hero Forge again to where I've just made like 20 different. I have 20 plus dwarves saved on my fucking Hero Forge account. Just random dwarves. I have one that has no arms that sits in a wheelchair, but the wheelchair is like clockwork, like steampunky powered to have 4 extra arms that have like fucking daggers on them that he just spins around in. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Okay, Joe. I'm not adding any of this to your family tree in game.
I don't want you to. And and then I did make like kind of like a thing of like what I thought like King Magnan would look like Yerg's Poppy. But that was
His dead father, who's dead,
yeah, he's dead.
and who will
I
never
would be
dead,
Hey, please-
dead like your dead mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really hope that you don't say that as in implying that you're gonna bring fucking Magnan back because I would be fucking heated if you were just like, oh yeah, your dad's alive now. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Then what was this for?
No.
Gonna go home, bitches. Bye.
I'll emotionally break you at some point, just not that way.
I still need to see what that fucking letter was, or what that dude wanted.
Yeah. You just sort of you got it, and then you're like, all right, well, time to go help Theron.
Yeah, which to be fair, more important.
Yeah,
But
well, arguable. I wouldn't have blamed you if you were like, well, no, fuck this noise. This is my homeland.
that is true. Oh my god. I'd be playing Yerg stupid sometimes because I'm like, like, oh, I need to do everything I can to get like everything rebuilt and restore Condor to its former glory, and then someone sends me like a message that I thought was fucking dead because I thought I was the only survivor. I'm just like, that's fine. That can simmer there for a little bit.
I still fucking remember the goddamn time, and like, I think it was the first session you all got to Theron originally, where you left the city and went to find a cave to sleep in for the night, and you
What?
Yeah,
didn't explain any of this to me. Then afterwards, you messaged me. You're like, "Yeah, he's just feeling a little bit homesick, so he's gonna sleep in a cave." And I was like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, that was once I got the key.
Now it makes sense, but like
yeah.
at the time, I was like, "Why the fuck are you looking for a what the fuck?"
That was like a Giorno move at first. Oh man.
God damn.
You-
It was like, yeah, I want to go into the woods. Like, okay, I want to find a cave. Uh,
Have we ever
why?
talked about how long Yerg was traveling in between the events of the campaign and like Condor falling?
Like a few months.
Okay. So it wasn't like a thing from like a while. It's still fresh in his mind.
Oh yeah, no, like fucking. Honestly, I say if you, it'd probably be like 2 months at most before he ended up getting to Elos.
If you think about it, Yerg's Condor is kind of like Master Chief's Zeta Halo ring.
I don't think that's true.
Isn't that crazy?
It's kind of kooky, yeah.
And that's why Yerg is the next Master Chief. I want to see him suited up.
Well, when you all make it to the multi-dimensional orb that takes you into the Halo universe, you can do that.
Really?
Yep, you can get kidnapped as a child and turned into a Spartan.
But I'm not even a child. Yerg's 150 years old.
I mean, you're small enough to be considered one. You're just fucking, that's a fat fucking baby and a hairy one too. Throw him in the fucking training program.
They're gonna try to stuff me in that shit, and it's gonna be like in the fucking cartoons where they get the armor on me, and then all of a sudden one piece pops off, and they put it back on, and another one pops off.
Oh,
Fucking icon. The day that Yerg dies, I will be sad, and that's why I hope he never dies. Yerg will not die. Yerg won't die. He can't die.
oh dang, I guess I gotta try harder to fucking kill you then.
No. There will be no Yerg deaths. No dwarves will die in your campaign. If I can help.
I mean, I killed a lot of them already.
Did you?
Yeah, with fucking Condor.
That is true. Well, you know what? They were dead anyways because so they don't matter.
You don't have to worry about Condor though, because you immediately fucking talked to goddamn Genghis was like, hey, yeah, my homeland fell. And he was like, oh, why the fuck am I here then?
What was it even about? I don't remember.
You just said it to him because he recognized you, because he knows your father, because leaders know each other.
Oh yeah.
And now he's down in the goddamn Drowlands waging fucking naval war.
I kind of just walked up and I was like, my dad's dead. Bye.
You weren't even supposed to interact with him, and then immediately Coathanger's dumbass walks up to him and was like, hey, can you give me a dragon?
I remember that shit too. Fucking.
This motherfucker just burns someone alive, reduces them to fucking cinders. And her first thought is, oh yeah, let me ask him if he has like a magical pet he can give me.
But lizards are so funny.
This guy's like double her fucking size in every proportion.
Not in real life though.
I mean, I know it's a tough sell, but Genghis is pretty big.
Damn. How tall is Genghis?
In game or in Conan? Because in Conan he's fucking massive like everyone else.
Just canonically, like the character himself.
Like 7 feet tall.
Okay, so
between 6'9" and 7 feet tall.
okay, because like I'm just teetering over the 4 foot mark as Yerg, so like
He is quite literally a giant.
okay. Jacob, are you alive?
Is the stream up? Yeah.
Jacob?
Yeah, no, everything's good then. So I don't. What happened to him?
I am okay. Takakba.
Hey, how long are you gonna be on after we end?
I'm gonna be going out to the Harbor Freight down in Chesapeake, I believe, to finish up Christmas shopping for my dad. I just have to get like 2 more things for him, and I'm done fully, finally. And then I am not sure.
All right, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Uh, uh,
So, oh yeah, they also have Adventure Time. Which talking about Adventure Time, fucking god
I
damn,
know.
Adventure Time went downhill.
Yeah, it was really good at first, and then they're like, what if we just made a whole underarching story in this? And I was like, oh, okay, try it, I guess. And then it didn't turn out great. And I was like, hey, maybe you should stop. And they didn't.
Yeah, because like they had a good ending point originally when they did like the first big, like fucking like mini arc with them actually like the Lich coming back as Billy and like them fucking finding him and killing him and they saw the past and what happened and they met that one fucking weird guy who was like part of the wall. What was his name? Like Gizmo, Prismo, something like that.
Prisma.
Yeah, with that whole arc, if they just ended there, boom, excellent show, ended on the right note. You didn't stretch it out too far. It would have been great, but they didn't. They kept fucking going.
Yeah.
And there was all this underlying shit about Marceline and Princess Bubblegum being fucking lovers at some random fucking point that came from literally nowhere. It
That
it went from Adventure Time to fucking Steven Universe, but with consistent animation.
Yeah. But the last time that I ever watched Adventure Time, I think it was actually after that whole arc with Billy dying and the Lich like taking his form and everything like that. Because after that, it got so fucking like bonkers that I was like, okay, I can't keep up with this shit anymore, and I just stopped watching.
Yeah. I still want fucking Card Wars as an actual video game.
That would have been honestly. It wasn't an actual video game. There was an app for Card Wars on like the App Store.
It wasn't like the actual game though.
No, it was more of like a. It reminded me kind of like a mix between like the Elder Scrolls card game that we have and like Gwent.
Yeah. Which Elder Scrolls Legends, the card game, is quite good. It's actually a genuinely good, online card game. Gwent sucks donkey dick.
Yeah. Do you actually still have the Elder Scrolls card game on your phone?
No, because like there's almost no fucking support for it anymore.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say don't get rid of it because they literally like they canned it a couple months ago,
Yeah.
and like they don't have any more online support or anything. Like I haven't played it in so long, but I loved playing it. My favorite deck to use was like the mix of like the Oblivion one and stuff like that, with like the Oblivion kits. That shit was awesome.
I always used a green purple deck with the Argonians off like the fucking mana ramp stuff. And I did like the Hist Groves so that I would just fucking like my early game was just I would try and ramp my mana up really fast, set down my Hist Groves, and then just like by if it all went well, by like fucking turn 10, I just have like fucking 4/8/8 fucking swamp leviathans on the field and just win.
Did you do the poison stuff too?
No, I didn't have much poison in my fucking deck.
Because the people who use poison were bitches. Fucking
Yeah.
hate. Also, the Nord deck from like the Skyrim packs and everything like that, those were pretty good. I always thought some of the shouts were a little cheesy, but
Yeah, it was a decent way to implement it though, if you were going to do it anyways.
what if the Dwemer came back in the form of an Elder Scrolls Legends pack?
No, Yerk cannot be part of the Dwemer.
Okay, legitimate question. I think that's honestly also where like my love of dwarves stems from, was literally just like Skyrim and Oblivion, like touching down on like dwarven lore and like the Dwemer ruins and everything like that. Literally got me obsessed with that shit to where like my favorite locations in Skyrim are pretty much all Dwemer ruins. But like, do you think we're ever going to see them come back?
I think at some point they'll probably use it as a plot device for the game. But it also wouldn't surprise me if they just never did and just left it a mystery, since it's only mostly a mystery. Um, really, the closest thing you have is the one surviving dwarf and fucking Morrowind.
That fat fuck.
Yeah, that fucking fat bitch with wasting disease.
But
Motherfucker's got trench foot on his whole body.
someone's got to like take one for the team and like procreate with him so that they can just build up Dwemer society again.
I don't think it works like that.
They could try.
I don't think he has a penis.
That's true, actually. He's just a fucking spider from the legs down. He's literally Darth. He's fat Darth Maul.
Oh god. Oh. Was that a creepy Jacob blast?
Where the fuck did he?
Fuck?
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to drop in and out of consciousness.
You dropped it out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
You were asleep?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What did Jacob not at one point say, end quote, I'll be good, I have coffee?
I heard that.
It's not helping anymore.
Do you want to call it now then? Because it's 12:30.
We've been going for a good bit. We'll call it here.
Okay. Jacob, you should probably get some rest, my man.
I'm going to, don't worry. Anyways, sorry for vibing out right there at the end. Sorry.
You're okay. Take care of
for
yourself.
Cutting their convo short, but yeah, I need sleep.
Okay.
We were fucking rambling.
Because it was kind of just like you kind of just like dipped out and we're like, okay, well, we might as well keep this going.
Alrighty, we're out. Good night, kings and queens and all those fucking